Welcome to the Adventure of Scripture of the Day. Today we're going to continue in James chapter 1, verse 19, because we only did the first half of it yesterday. It's such a rich scripture with so much wisdom that I actually need every day of my life. Understand this, my beloved brothers and sisters. Let everyone be quick to hear, be a careful, thoughtful listener, slow to speak, a speaker of carefully chosen words, and slow to anger, patient, reflective, and forgiving. We talked about being quick to listen yesterday. That's so important, to be slow to speak, is to be able to listen and really hear what the other person is saying, not just to react off the cuff. I tend to be somebody who quips a lot, so I can be quick to answer if I am going to just be a quipper. But if I really want to give a thoughtful response, it sometimes takes me a lot of time to think through what the other person said and what I really want to say to enhance my relationships, make them better. I don't want to just constantly blast at the relationship foundation by saying things off the cuff. I want to really have that relationship be strong. And that's super important to me. So being quick to listen and slow to speak is a big key to that. And my relationship with God. That also stops the quick to anger, because I have listened and now I understand that person and what they mean better. I have to work on this a lot as being a guest teacher, because kids are trying to insult me. I need to give up offense, because otherwise it's going to be a bad day for all of us. I had a student who once called me a witch. She said, "Oh, you look like a witch." And I said, "Oh, I look like Hermione, super smart, or like the Good Witch of the North, really beautiful and sparkly." She said, "No, I mean, you look ugly." And I said, "Well, that's sad, because I don't want to be called ugly, do you?" And she said, "Well, no." And then the other students chimed in. It ended up becoming a great day. Truly magical, actually. Another student once called me his grandma, so it looked just like my grandma. He was trying to insult me because I wanted him to sit down and didn't want to. But in the end, actually, his grandma was probably younger than me, because his mom had him at 16 and her mom had her at 16. So the grandma was probably only 41. But he was still using it to insult me. That was not a kind thing to do. So I talked him through talking to people kindly, including me. But another time, my son did something when he was 2 that he should not have done. I said, "Oh, crap." And then he said, "Crap? Crap? Crap, 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 crap." I said, "Oh my gosh, I ruined him." I said, "No, honey, crab." I said, "Crab." I said, "Oh, crab. What's crab?" And then we all laughed and I explained what a crab was. So I hope you have a good day and not a crabby one.